Must-read books for building wealth in 2024. Get rich now. So, you want to join the Millionaires Club, but you don't know how. The best place to start is by feeding your mind with knowledge and deep ideas, so you can change your mental attitude. And how do you do that? Well, simply pick up a book. As you know, all great things start with the way you think, and the only way to change this is by feeding your mind. It is said that a good book can change the future of a poor person, and so, in today's video, we will share with you not 1, but 10 books that can make you rich. Make sure to watch until the end if you want to conquer the world. Now, let's begin, okay? 10. Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Napoleon Hill, a renowned journalist, interviewed over 500 successful millionaires and philanthropists, including the likes of Henry Ford, Andrew Carnegie, and Charles M. Schwab, to name a few. He undertook this task to discover their millionaire secrets. His findings led to the publication of this best-selling self-development book in 1937. Think and Grow Rich is timeless. It's my favorite classic finance book that makes you understand the relationship between money and mindset, which I find so important. A person's mindset is very grand and can prevent you from increasing your wealth. The book helps you learn to suppress the art of overcoming psychological obstacles and start thinking your way to success. The book also reduces wealth generation to 13 steps that you should read and discover if you haven't already. The power of your thoughts, followed by their implementation, is where you should start. In his book, he says that greed is good as long as you are willing to share your wealth. You must want money and be so determined to have it that you convince yourself you will have it. Such powerful words. Don't you think? 9. The Little Book of Common Sense Investing for those who appreciate index funds. Take a closer look at this book. The Little Book of Common Sense Investing focuses on effective and easy ways to accumulate wealth by investing in low-cost index funds. John C. Bogle, the founder of Vanguard Group, created the world's first index fund. What I respect about him is that he created a financial product for the people. In his book, he presents compelling reasons why you should invest in low-cost index funds and avoid market bubbles. He also points out that these low-cost index funds are diversified and cost-effective. Investing in low-cost index funds means that both you and the company win. Instead of buying individual stocks, John Bogle exemplifies that it is much more advantageous to acquire all the stocks of a particular index, group, sector, or country. Indexing outperforms most mutual funds, and that's why he insists on this. Additionally, fees in index funds are also much lower compared to others because they don't have expensive offices or managers. This is something to think about and try. So, check out the book and decide for yourself. 8. The Millionaire Next Door. The classic book, The Millionaire Next Door, was written by Thomas J. Stanley and William D. Danko and first published in 1996. The authors classified people in American households with a net worth of $1 million or more as under-accumulators of wealth, with a low net worth relative to their earnings. They then gave them directions to help them achieve a higher net worth relative to their income. This book delves deep into how millionaires in America became rich in 7 mandatory steps. What I learned from this book is the simple approach of spending less than you earn. For me, this meant avoiding impulse purchases and also expanding my investments. The author of The Millionaire Next Door also discovered that most millionaires live very humble lives. It's only the 1% of their flashy millionaire peers' lives that make them look bad. Most millionaires are spenders who don't spend excessively. You'll find that the most common car they own is a pickup, not a Ferrari. The book, The Next Millionaire Next Door, is a recent follow-up to The Millionaire Next Door that is equally intriguing. The newer version contains updates and more recent research on ways to create wealth. The book is rich in case studies and conforming data that examine life choices and careers, representing all different paths to becoming rich and successful. 7. The Automatic Millionaire. David Bach is a self-made millionaire and financial advisor who wrote the bestseller The Automatic Millionaire. David Bach emphasizes his idea of becoming rich through a well-defined plan, different from budgeting. According to him, you don't need a budget, or even to make a lot of money. He uncovers a series of money myths in this easy-to-read bestseller. The Automatic Millionaire starts your wealth creation journey in an hour, offering you timeless principles including phone numbers, websites, and elements to make money. This is a phenomenal book that you should try. 6. The Richest Man in Babylon. This book is one of my favorites. It was published in 1926 and became the first popular book on personal finance. It is one of the most stimulating works ever written on the subject of personal financial planning, personal wealth, and saving. George S. Clason discovered systems and secrets that will lead you to individual wealth. If you're looking for a book that addresses personal financial issues, The Richest Man in Babylon should be on your main reading list, as it discusses and proposes practical solutions that will lead you to wealth. What makes this book a celebrated bestseller are the secrets it reveals. It emphasizes saving rather than spending, preserving your money, finding ways to add value and earn more by investing. The book also discusses the importance of charity, which I find benign. This book uses parables, and it's the only parable I've read that makes the intended message so powerful. Immersing yourself in the book, you discover that rich people stay rich because they are good at saving, avoiding debt, and knowing how to spend their money correctly. George S. Clason advises having an important mindset of saving at least 10% of your income as a way to pay yourself first. First, read The Richest Man in Babylon, the better. This book will make you discover a lot about yourself and your financial well-being. 5. How Rich People Think. Everyone has the same opportunities to acquire wealth, states Steve Siebold, the author of this informative book. So, why are some so much richer than others? The gap between the richest and the poor grows every day. Siebold conducted over 1,000 interviews with millionaires and billionaires to see what sets them apart from those with less. In the book, Siebold delved into the thoughts and habits of the rich and outlined concrete steps that can be followed to build one's wealth. If you are an ambitious person, you will find this book interesting and be guided on how to think differently and change your attitude to acquire more wealth. 4. The Millionaire Fast Lane. When I read The Millionaire Fast Lane, what struck me was the disparity between what you can and cannot do. There are two lanes described here, the slow lane road and the fast lane road, which suggest ignoring conventional advice and settling for the unorthodox path to achieve wealth and financial solidity. Then I understood that some people don't achieve millionaire status because the traditional roads don't work. The Millionaire Fast Lane is a good read if you're the type of person who feels stuck in a job you despise or feels like you're wasting so much time doing something you shouldn't. It's the right book for you if you're determined to become a millionaire and have no idea where or how to start. Perhaps you want to start your own business and feel stuck. This is the book for you. The conventional path to wealth is determined by hard work in your youth to have enough money saved for when you're old. But if you can create a business that is self-sustaining even in old age, you will generate income without actually working. The choice is purely yours, how ambitious and determined you are, and what you aspire to achieve and be. When you earn an impressive income and continue to spend it without a second thought on luxury goods, you will go bankrupt very quickly. It will teach you to find the conventional way that works for you. 3. Your money or your life. How would you define your relationship with money? What I appreciate about this book is how it informed me about transforming my relationship with money. Your Money or Your Life is a life-changing book. Authors Robin and Dominguez explicitly explain how your life, time, and your money intertwine. You work hard to make money, and in this, you spend time working. Do you therefore need to spend more time or work hard to have more money at the expense of your well-being? A healthy and rich life is desirable, and if you want this type of lifestyle, you need to detach from money. Besides striving to earn more, manage the money you have better. Save it, don't waste it. Your money and your life should work strategically. Vicki Robin proposes many examples of frugal living to increase the quality of life. Your Money or Your Life deserves to be read. 2. The Intelligent Investor. When I wanted to start my journey in stock investments, my father recommended this book, and to this day, I can clearly say I learned a lot. The Intelligent Investor is like the holy book of investments. It provides a solid understanding of contemporary financial conjectures that allow you to invest wisely without the prospect of losing everything. Benjamin Graham, the author of this book, outlined his long-term, risk-averse approach to the stock market in 1949, and the concepts are still valid in today's investment world. The book delves deeply into the intrinsic value of a company and its growth potential. It also focuses on ensuring consistent returns rather than short-term gains. If you follow these guidelines, you will abandon the roller coaster spike and achieve a long-term plan. The intelligent investor will also make you understand if investing in individual stocks is right for you or not, because people have different investment strategies. If you have a deep passion for finance, I highly recommend it. 1. Rich Dad, Poor Dad. This book had to be on this list because it was the first financial book I read and made me explore all the other books mentioned above. It's a must-read if you want to start taking the next steps to achieve wealth, regardless of age. Rich Dad, Poor Dad describes an 8th grade dropout who spends less than he earns and is smarter than a university professor but can't make ends meet. The author, Robert T. Kiyosaki, emphasizes that working and receiving a fixed salary is what can get you started, but it shouldn't be where you want to end. You should invest your money and your time in buying property or starting a business to achieve financial freedom. Having a passive source of income or a diverse investment portfolio is a start to growing your wealth and becoming a millionaire. I personally believe that these are the 10 books that can be a great start to a rich future. It's important to learn from what others have done, master the art of diversifying your investment, be in the right mindset, and health to acquire and enjoy your wealth even when you are old. There is no better time to start than now. One day you might be signing copies of your own bestseller book as a millionaire, advising people on how you made it and that they can make it too. If you would like more books, check out Purple Cow by Seth Godin, Why You Act the Way You Do by Tim LaHaye, and Unleashing the Idea Virus by Seth Godin. Well, thank you all so much for watching. Share your personal experience on today's topic with us. Write it in the comments and ask us any questions you may have. We will be happy to answer. Leave a comment so that we can perfect our creations. We will be happy with your simple like, but the most important thing is not to forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the upcoming videos.